I think I play with security, and I think people like you should ignore them. And I think they are just saying what they're saying. Most of them believe they are not sincere. They are only trying to play politics. But because if you want to come to Kaduna tomorrow. And of course, the people in Kaduna knows that our Kaduna model has nothing to do with paying bandits. We are not paying any ransom to anyone. It was a community-based initiative. It wasn't government. It was the Emir Benengwali, the religious leaders, the community leaders that came up with the idea. And as a governor, my most important responsibility is the protection of lives and properties of our people. And I listen to them. We have not paid one person a dime, not 1 naira to anybody. So people that come to you talking about payment of ransom, they are only trying to misguide the public, misinform the public, score cheap political points. But in Kaduna, nobody has paid a naira. And let me even tell you now, when you came with that Kaduna model, a lot of people thought we are not going to succeed. But today is a success story. And that is the reason why even your correspondent was in Benengwali only 2 days ago. And he interviewed the people of Benengwali. They made their own testimony. Nobody gave them 1 naira. And let me also draw your attention to one fact. The Emir Benengwali informed me when we started this Kaduna model that all the bandits around Benengwali, majority of them were born in his presence. Meaning they are not from anywhere, they are from that community. And I asked him, what happened? So he sat down with me and told me the symptoms of that crisis, the drivers of the insecurity. So we approach it holistically. But of course, I won't sit down here and behave like all those politicians that try to use politics, trying to achieve their political points using insecurity or security problems in our state. As a leader, when you are elected, you have to address the issue. You cannot sit down here and be blaming the president or blaming the national security advisor or blaming the military. As a leader, you must address the problem. That's why I have nothing to do with Kaduna State government. Police are investigating the situation. As you're aware, as a state governor here, I have no power to choose who to be the state commissioner of police, or who to be the GOC, or who to be, or to choose who to be appointed in Kaduna as head of security. So for me, what I can say here is that, as someone who fought for rule of law, for justice, for democracy, a civil rights activist for many years, went to detention 5 times fighting for rule of law and democracy in Nigeria. I will never be part of anything to do with stopping anyone doing his own activities. But what I can say here in essence is that whether we like it or not, I remember what our leader used to tell us, Chief Ganafami of blessed memory. I wrote an article about him, was it just a few days ago to celebrate him. If you read my article, you understand clearly. I made a lot of reference to his own position, to his own ideology, which some of us are now have adopted the ideology of our leader, Chief Ganafami. It was clear. Whether we like it or not, we must continue to respect the police force. That was what Chief Ganafami kept telling us when he was alive. So for me, the number one thing you need to do, if you don't want to run into anarchy in this country, or you want to try maybe to encourage anarchy in our country, you must always respect the police force. So for me, sitting here, whenever anything involves the police force, I don't want to get involved. We should respect them, we should listen to them. God forbid, if you leave your studio as you are speaking with me today and get into a house and something happened very bad, I'm not praying for that. I'm just giving an example. Who will you call? The police to protect you. So why can't you continue to respect them? So when the police say they are investigating something, we shouldn't run into conclusion whether they are biased or they are not biased. So for me, what happened in Kaduna, I don't want to get involved. But police are investigating the situation, and as someone who believes that we must respect our security agencies in Nigeria, it's important we allow police to handle the situation. That's number one. Number two, we had election in Kaduna, not long. There's a by-election in Kaduna in 3 different constituencies. You will agree with me. APC won 70% in all the 3 constituencies we had in the election. In Zaria, we won the House of Assembly constituency. In Sabangal, we won the House of Assembly. In Chukun and Kajuru, we also won the Federal House of Representatives there. And let me draw attention to the fact that in the history of APC, we never won election in Chukun Kajuru Federal Constituency. It was always PDP that won the election since 1999. Only 2 years ago, Labour Party won that federal constituency. But the member died, may his soul rest in peace, is our friend. That was why we had the by-election. And this time around, APC won 70% of the total votes. And I can tell you, the reason why you are seeing these changes in Kaduna is simply because of our approach to governance. I was sitting a few days ago and I had some people in a studio talking about the number of Muslims and Christians in Kaduna. For me, it was unfortunate. It was unnecessary. As a leader, we don't run our state based on religion, based on party affiliation, but based on ethnic affiliation. When I came as a governor, I declared to everyone, we want to run Kaduna on the basis of fairness, justice, and equity. And that's the reason why we won that election in Chukun, because we carried everyone along. And we don't care whether you voted for us or not. The most important thing is about governance in Kaduna. When I came in as a governor, I met a state that was highly divided. But today, we are working as one family. Let me give you another example. Yesterday, we celebrated Maulud. Yesterday we celebrated Maulud in Kaduna, celebrating Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. But I can tell you, hundreds of Christians came to Mutla Square to celebrate with thousands of Muslims during the Maulid yesterday. And in December, I went to church during the Christmas carol with many Muslims. We went to the church to celebrate with Christians. So today in Kaduna, nobody is talking about Muslim, Christian,